Hello, Brian.
Yo, what happened?
All right. I think there it's working. All right. So, Brian, you're the only one here. So, it's just going to be me and you doing the norms. Oh, no, Richardson's here. Let me go back and do attendance again.
My bad.
It's okay. Your microphone's working. You got your kid up and running or no? What's this? Save.
Yes, it's right here.
Cool. You're going to need it for today's project. So, anyway, let's do our norms real quick, and then we can talk about what we got to do. There we go. So you should see my screen. Looking at my kid to make sure I can see it.
No one has the right to hurt another person. Education is classroom are sacred. We would never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, or our family. And Excel Academy Southwest students are always act with integrity. We take pride in Excel Academy Southwest.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Vargas, can you read the 5 academic norms there?
Yeah. Number one, we respect the opinion of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Endeavors. Yeah,
Endeavors, my bad,
there
my
you go.
bad.
There you go. There you go. So 20 points for each. That's just participation points for reading the norms, which set the expectation of how you're supposed to operate in these classes, not just in mines, but in all classes. What we want to look at next, come over here and come down. Of course, GGI already occurred. You can always come tomorrow. I give out points for students that are participating in it, and from my understanding, it's mandatory for you guys to participate in GGI. So try to be there. There's a lot of opportunities. I shared one today about Code Nation. The deadline for that is February 1st. I think I could put the link in the chat. You have to be either a sophomore or a junior from reading the application. You can click on the link to see about it, but I'll talk about it again tomorrow because the deadline is February 1st. Put this in the chat for you all. just opportunities so you can learn how to code. I'm not sure if you're aware, but they're paying top dollar for what is called data scientists or students who know computer engineering. You're an engineering student, so I'm just giving you opportunities. It's up to you to apply and take advantage of it. Okay, so let me come over here. Who is this coming into the room now? So we already know about that. Somebody should try to take advantage of it. Miss Kathy, what happened to your last class period? You just woke up? She's here now, though. Okay, she made it. So I just got to work on getting you to the other class, too, huh? Let's see here. She made it at this time. Let me go back. Kathy is here. Okay. All right, so let's try to have your kit going. We're going to be working on project 2, and I'm going to show you what it means. But let's go through what the norms for today are. Not the norms, but the objective for today. So, Miss Kathy, you just arrived. I want to get some points on the roster for you. Can you read what today's objective is?
Utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to Complete Project 2 via Scratch 3.
Thank you. And that means when it says SWBAT, it means students will be able to. Okay. Mr. Carter has arrived. Let me come up here and get him present. All right. So next part is I'm gonna have Mr. Carter read something. Mr. Carter, can you read the term of the day and the word of the day? That's for at least 15 points. And Miss Kathy, you got 20 for what you read.
You should read what?
You see the white box? It says classroom term of the day.
Oh, conditional version.
He's supposed to say word of the day too, dude. All right.
Yeah, baby.
He said conditional phrasing. All right, I'm about to give you 15. I'll probably give you 5 points, but it's cool. You got your 15 points. You're participating. Let me see here. Okay, so I did save attendance. Yes, I did. All right. Now, I want to get everybody started on and there'll be an opportunity for someone to read it out again because we got to cover objective 3 times. That's just the model. Okay, so let's go through this. I'm going to exit. And let's see here. Today's assignment, if you look, and you got to be in your third period class, right? You should see project collaborative group work chapter 4, project 2. Now, you can use the book, but this is kind of cool. The book made it a little easy for you because it gave you a link. Excuse me. I had a little bit of lunch. So what you want to be careful is with the book, it takes you page by page. It's like 10 pages to read through what you got to do for project 2. So to start there, you go to page 76. Before I say any more, I got to give somebody an opportunity to make points. Let me grab this and put this in the chat here. And see if all of it will come over to the chat, because last time it didn't. All right. And yeah, so that's the first portion. Let me put the second part in there because that's speaker. Okay, come here, you. Copy. All right. So can I get, let's see here. Mr. Vargas, can you read what's in the chat there, sir?
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Oh, starting from you will be right.
Start with hello.
Okay. Hello, all, and good morning, all STEM majors. Answer the following question in the attached PDF. View the official Raspberry Pi beginner guide. Book that came with your kit. Review page 76 to 87 to your for your answers to complete project 2. Do I read the you will also?
No, not the URL. Just read the rest.
Oh, okay. You will be partnering up with your other students based upon your group roles selected: computer electronic engineer, collaborator, secretary, demonstrator, SPE, speaker. We will discuss the assignment further in class. Hope to see you there in Zen.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So let's see here. What was I about to say? Next thing we got to do is click on the link, everybody, right? So do that right now. Everybody see that blue link that's in the chat? That's the same thing as what's on pages 76 to 86. It's 10 pages you can go through and do it easy. In my opinion, I used to be stuck in the library. So I like reading the book. But if you don't have your book next to you, some students said that. I put the link there, which is also in the book. It says what link to go to. That's where I got it from. You can also use that. Take a moment, open it up, and everybody open up Scratch 3 right now. Okay, let's see here. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you should start with. So I'm going to log into, I'm going to use VNC Viewer to log into my Raspberry Pi. And basically, just, I don't know if you remember, we did this before. Let me minimize some of this stuff so you understand what I'm doing. Okay. So what do we have? We got, if you clicked on the link, you should have this here, right? And if you go to the second page, they start showing you what to do step by step, right? Now, I don't know about you. The book is better, and I'm forced to use a book because they're not going to always give you a link for you to read or email. Um, so you got used to using the page numbers of the book. So it's like 76 and all the way up to 86, right? And the book, it just, it goes through the same step. Like I'm looking at the screen and they're literally on page number 77 out of 76 that you see on the screen I'm sharing. So you're just literally reading it. Now, here's an opportunity for someone to make some quick points. I want to see who has their book. So if you could read on page 77 from create project or create new project all the way down to swimming project, not swimming projects, which are the last part is, swimming projects, you'll get 50 points. But that's who has their book to get those points. So raise your hand if you have your book with you, like me, and you have to read this section from on page 77 from create down to swimming projects. Who's willing to do that? Well, guess who has their book? I don't know. So if you have your book, you'll be able to get those 50 points. You just got to read that part.
Well, you said read where from 77?
So you're on page 77, right? You go to the
Yeah,
top of the page. You see where it says create.
yeah.
You're gonna read all the way down to where it stop at swimming projects in the middle of the page. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll read that. I'll read that.
Go ahead. Thanks.
All right, create a new project and save it as synchronism. Swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the stage in the
Synchronized
click
swimming.
on the stage in the stage control section. Then click the backdrop tab at the top left. Click the convert to dip bitmap bottom below the backdrop. Choose a waterlink blue color from the fill palette. Click in the fill icon and then click in the check here. That's how you say it.
The what?
On the check here.
Where are you at? Oh, checkered.
Oh, checkered backdrop to fill up the blue. Fill it up with blue. Right click the cast sprite on the list and click delete. Click the choose a sprite icon to see a list of built-in sprites. Click on the animal category, then cat flying, then okay. This sprite also serves well for swimming projects.
Awesome. Okay. So what are they talking about, right? This is also explained in that link, everybody. But if you use the book, I'm telling you, you might want to read it and it goes slower. Sometimes these links don't have like things that you would think it should have. So just, bear that in mind as you're trying to make your program work. Now, on the link, it shows you how the program is supposed to work automatically on the first page. What do I mean by the first page? If you see my screen, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna click on introduction, right? Because I went to the part where you could program, and it says what you will make, right? Use the arrow keys to move the swimmer. So, it's going to make this move, but in order to do anything, like we discussed before, it has to start with or initialize with a green flag. So I click on the flag, and this makes a lot of noise. That's what I'm worried about. So it says the arrow key, and I'm pressing the arrow key on my keyboard, and I can do things to it to make it work. All right, so it's up to you to make this function the same way. And I made a move by pressing the commands that you got programmed. So it's the arrow keys. Okay, what you will need tells you what type of hardware you can use it on. So Scratch 3 online or offline, right? That means you got to set up a Scratch account. And then, because some people are going to say, I ain't got my kit. Okay, all right, well, you can still do this online though. And if you have the kit, you get 25 extra bonus points if you can use the Sense hat with your kit. That's why you have the kit. So it's up to you how many points you want to get. Remember, the quarter's almost over with, so it's really up to you. Printer friendly, so that's fine. And you can find the completed project here. So if we click on that link, this is kind of cheating, but it'll let you do it. But you can download the file to your actual kit. That's why I'm saying use your kit. And it makes it easier because you can actually open Scratch 3 and work on it. So I'm going to save it. All right. And save it to my desktop. But remember, you still got to unzip this file because it's a zip file. We talked about zip files before. So show in folder. Now I'm doing this all from the link I gave you guys in what was read. Okay, so don't get confused. I'm still on the introductory page, and I just went into the completed project so you can see what the code's like and you can recreate it. Now, again, we went to desktop when it first came down, right? So we're looking for the file. And click on desktop, and you'll see Scratch Project 1, and it's a zip file. So I can, and then there's one for synchronize. So I can right click this one. As long as it looks like a zip file like that, extract to. We've done this before, everybody. When we first got our GitHub files last week. I don't know if y'all remember. And then click on this folder. So it says, hey, you want to put this in some vacuum? No, I want you to put it right on my desktop so I can find it. I don't want to get lost. And extract. So once it did that, I can minimize everything. You'll see the file is here, right? Synchronized swimming. And that's the .sb3 file that we can check out. So I'm going to go to Scratch. Now that I have the file ready to use, go to Scratch 3. I'm doing this all for my kid, everybody. You can try to do it online. It's a little more difficult, but because you worry about you run the risk of losing your files on the internet. That's why it's good to work on a computer or the kit. The kit has all the features like Scratch 3 already installed, and it can handle it. And so just waiting for this desktop to load. It takes about anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute to get going. Okay, it's loading. While it's loading, I see Melody's arrived. Let me put her present in class. Melody, we're still working on project 2, so but you're late, young lady.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so this is what it looks like once Scratch 3 is up and running. All right. Now, if you do not have your kit up and going, you can do it online, but there is a 25-point increase on the assignment if you can make your Sense hat work. And here's what I mean. If your Sense hat was able to light up before, that means it should show up in here. And all you got to do is make sure Thani is off, because we use Thani to make sure we can interact with the Sense hat. Now we can use Scratch 3 to make it do things like display your name. When you're done putting your name in the project as your own signature and exit slip, that's another 25 points, because I said it's 50 points you can get on top of the score, right? So that's the exit slip, word of the day, term of the day. There's another 15 points if you can display inside the project the objective And when I say these words in terms of the day, you got to come up with their definitions too. You can just put the word in there. So how would you do it on a sense hat? You have your sense hat. I see hers is lighting up. Okay, cool. So that means it works, or what's going on? Okay, she's muted. But if I go to extension, and once I'm in Scratch 3, and your sense hat is connected correctly, and it's updated and all that stuff, you're going to click on Raspberry Sense Hat, all right? And this will allow you to code with the sense hat. So the first block of code in most things is to start with an event. So I'll grab a flag here, and you can test it out for yourself if you have it working. And then I can also grab, let me come over here, and go back to sense and the sense hat down here, and grab a display hello on there. You can display characters, so you'll know what the sense hat block codes are because they're here. This is just an easier way to get you ready to code with the sense hat. All right, so we're doing the easy projects in the end, right? Now, once I click the flag, my sense hat will light up, and it is right now. I can see it, and it said hello. So that's how you would put your name in there, right? Because once you save everything, you do the code to make the program overall work. Because you can put this in there somewhere else. I'll be able to get the code from you, test it out, and if I see your name come across the sense hat, that's a 25 extra points if you program it right. But what do you got to program? So I showed you an easy way to get the code from the website. You unzipped it and everything, right? So how do I get to use that from the desktop, Mr. Tyler? Click File, Load from your computer, because now we opened that file up and it should be on our desktop, right? So on our desktop, and I'm looking at synchronized swimming, and these are the solutions. And open. Okay, replace contents of current file, yes. It's going to load that up, and this is what you have to do. Okay, so you have to make sure you use your own sprite. I tell students this every time if you do it this way. So that means you have to change the code and use this as your example code. All right. Now, where did I go? I'm going to show it one more time. Did I get that file and I unzip to get this far? Is what you got to do to, keep up with your programming, because you got to edit this, right? So if we again go to the synchronized swimming web link, on the very first one, the introduction, I went through all these things. I saw how it worked, right? And then it says right here, you can find the completed project here. That doesn't mean you're done. Because say, for instance, you come over here, you download it, right? And you're using it to reference. But you still got to put the sense hat in there. You can't use this character. You got to change it out. So if you change the character out, you lose the code. So you want to open that file up and also look at the code, or you could read the book and just go, okay, this says snap here, this says snap there. It's your choice. I'm giving you guys options, okay? But I'm going to be done talking because we got to use some time to work on it. So it's 12:46 now. I'm going to give you that's like 12:56, right? Yes, I need 15 minutes tops to try to get most of the programming done. The easiest way, in my opinion, you all, so you don't have to, do all the downloads and look at the source code, because I can't send that to you in the chat, and I can't email it to you guys because the file's too big. So you got to follow that procedure if you, don't feel like reading the book, or read the book. And that's 76 to 86 you need to use to get this assignment done. All right. You could try to look at also, if you don't want to download the file to see how it really works. As soon as you click on the next tab for swimming left, you'll go through everything you got to do anyway, step by step. So you can read it from here too. Either way, you need to be able to submit a file that shows you got at least 75% of this done before we leave to get participation points. And we're going to do that in a 15-minute share out. I'm going to show you how to submit it. If you got something, you get your points. That's half the credit because it's double credit, right? The second part of the credit is the file completed working, and you got whatever else working with the Sense app. All right, so 15 minutes, and we're going to do a share out and see how far we've gotten. Please use this time wisely. I need to do a camera check. I need everybody to turn on their camera for a moment so I can make sure you're you and you're here. Thank you, Miss Richardson. Ms. Vargas, Miss Kathy, Mr. Lee, Miss Terry. You need to turn your camera on for a moment. Make sure you're present. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Vargas. Kathy, are you with us?
Yes, she here, Mr. Tyler.
Okay, just checking.
Hey Tyler,
Yes, sir.
uh,
I'm sorry.
what time is this class in?
It ends at 1:20.
1:20, right? Okay, I'll just make sure. All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna hang around. I need to get with you at the end of class.
With me? Me? Okay.
Yeah, and well, yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's see here. Stop the bell from ringing. Who's ready to turn in what they have so far? And how do you do that is when you're in Scratch 3, if you're on the kit, you're going to go to File and Save to your computer. Once you do that, you'll have what is called a .sb3 file. And that's the file you're going to put in today's assignment, right? Now, you got to have all the steps that were in between those 10 pages in your book, 76 to 86, or you went through the website to do it. You have everything completed so that it will operate the same way. Also, don't forget you got to put your name in there if possible. When you have your Syntec connected correctly, you'll be able to go to extensions and it'll automatically pop up if you did everything right. Uh, you go to Raspberry Synsat. Now, I want to direct your attention to updates for the Synsat, updates for VNC Viewer, things that you need. There's a video I put in the chat there, and it allows someone to get credit towards a previous quiz that they can get their VNC Viewer working by Friday. That'll allow you to do what I'm doing, which is log into your Raspberry Pi via your laptop or your cell phone, right? So it makes things life a little easier on you and me because I can help you troubleshoot. Okay, so what else we got next? Come over here to, I want to minimize this because I want to talk about the objective one more time. There we go. I think we're doing our third time doing the objective. All right, so let's see who's with us. How about Miss Terry? Can you read what today's objective is for 20 points? Melody, are you with us? Put this phone back on charge. Okay, let me come to see Miss Kathy. Are you there? Everybody stepped away. Oh, a few people told me I couldn't hear you. Um. All right, just checking out the list. How about Mr. Carter? Are you present? Just getting a pulse of the room here. Lee Carter, are you here?
Oh yeah, I'm about to make a flatline sound because the post is definitely.
All of them a step away. I'm catching it in the act. All right, what about Vargas? It's a teachable moment for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the only one that didn't get caught up. I was writing notes down. All right, so I need you to read the objective. Everyone else is taking a break from class.
The agenda, right?
A break.
Yeah, I called your name a few times. What happened to you?
I was in the bathroom, and then my little brother had to use the bathroom. That's why my sister said she's here, but she didn't.
Okay, Brian, can you read the objective?
The agenda, right?
The objective. Yeah, it says agenda, and then you go down.
So we'll be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Project 2 Scratch 3.
Okay. And Miss Kathy, since you're back with us, can you read what's in the white box there? It says classroom term of the day and stuff.
Classroom term of the day is conditional. Word of the day is brazen.
Thank you. Okay, I want to circle back to Mr. Carter. Are you present, sir?
Yeah.
There he is. All right, so I want you to read what's in the chat. This is going to be for about, I want to say, 20 points.
You'll be partner with other students beyond. Upon your group role, select computer, electronic, engineer, collaborator, uh, demonstrator.
Thank you, thank you. All right, he read some of it. You said the 20.
Are you talking about hello, good morning? I like
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, I was.
All right, hold on. It said hello, good morning, engineer students. Answer the following questions attached to the PDF via the official Raspberry Beginner Guide book that came with your kit. Review pages 76, 86. For the answer to complete the project to website.
Synchronized.
You didn't think I just heard.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. So don't nobody go anywhere because we got a lot more to do. Now the video, right? I wanted to play a few parts of the video again in case you get a chance to watch it. Gabriel, my son at Limbloom, he shows you how to update. It's pretty cool how he does it because he uses the GUI version. The GUI version is it stands for graphical user interface. So back when I was using computers, you had to type in commands. This boy then found a way to click on certain icons to help you, do the update, find the software, all that. So do what he does in the video. I'm gonna play the video real quick for you. Okay, I got it queued up already. So now I just got to stop sharing. And then now I'm gonna reshare. But that sunlight went down. It was all in my eye. And do this. So now you should see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna play it real quick. I gotta first change this part. There we go. And let's play.
Now we get to how to get help. So for this is major updates using the terminal. All right, hello everyone. Today we'll be doing the VNC viewer and the Scratch 3 project. After the hardware, what you will.
So the first part y'all saw yesterday, I'm already moving it to where he's talking about the Scratch 3 and the Sense Hat. If you want to see the VNC viewer part, go back to the beginning of the video. So I'm starting in 5 minutes in because that's how much you watched him yesterday.
It's using the terminal. So we'll click on that, troubleshooting guide. My add-on is not working. Have I connected it correctly? That's what we should go straight down to. Then the Sense Hat. Then what we'll try next is the camera to make sure everything's functioning correctly. Now we go straight to here. Getting started with the Sense Hat. This will be pretty easy. Yeah, that's a problem with doing that, but we'll be fine. So what you will need, we need to install the software package. This is where we start using the terminal. As you can see, all we have to go is here, Control C, installing everything. Make sure everything's done. Control Shift B, try that out. It doesn't fully upload. It's all good and done. It says reading package list, you're good. Control C, Control Shift V. If it says you need to install something else, press Y. That goes for any of these, just press Y and then enter. Then sudo apt install. Enter. Remember, just press Y if it says something. Y, enter. Then everything's uploaded. You can look into the book if you want more. Just look into the book and go to pages. Go to the index first. Go to pages 152 to 160, I think it is, for the Python. Yeah, I'll go here.
Okay, so at this point, again, watch the whole video. It's 12 minutes long. Want to stop sharing for a moment. I think I put the link in there again. Yes, I did. And you can bookmark that. But he did that, and it really helped make sure the Sense Hat was fully updated, software is updated. He goes through Sense Hat and how to put it on Scratch 3, VNC Viewer. Watch all that, because when we do our group activities tomorrow, I'm going to be relying on everybody to really chip in as far as their part, whether the engineer, they are the engineer, or a computer electrical engineer, collaborator, secretary, this person making sure documents all together, and then there's got to be a speaker or demonstrator of the group. That's the last role. So you guys will be facilitating that tomorrow, and this will get you out of taking a final exam, which will be a bunch of questions if you don't do this that come from the book anyway. So let's make it fun, and let's make it, these final days of class, something that's memorable, all right? Or memorable, not rememberable. That's not even a word. Let's see here. So it is now 1:13. 2 more minutes. So let me come out of this so I can share my screen again. All right. So just want to make sure you are aware what's going on. We want to make sure we turn this into EDSB. Now, the assignment you're turning in, your finalized Scratch project 2, synchronized swimming, is in here. Once you click on the here, you're going to be able to insert, go to browse computer if you're on your kit, and download the file that you saved from your Scratch 3 project. So that's that .sb3 file. Let me show you again what I'm talking about so you can get credit tonight, because this is due by 8 tonight. We'll go back. Take a look. If I start off and imagine this is all done from the steps you took from either the book, the link, or the source code that was given. You go to File, Save to your computer. As soon as you do that, you're going to give it your own file name. Make sure your name is in there, like here, right? Name it something you can remember. Save it to your desktop. And then once you save it to your desktop, you're going to put this file in ESB, and I'll grade it on time, okay? Don't send me a message, because if you guys can't follow my directions in this class and you say it's hard, that means you're going to have trouble getting a job, because it's all about following directions, all right? So take your time and use the book if you can, but turn in everything you need. Go ahead, Borders.
I'm sorry. Lee Carter, can you hear me?
He's here,
Lee.
but he's not. His mic is not on.
Lee Carter, can you hear me, buddy? Hey, he won the raffle today. He don't want what he won. All right.
He's here. He's just not speaking yet. I don't know.
We'll see. I'm hang on, see if he come back.
Okay. Melody, Brian, Aaliyah, and Richardson doing a pulse. Okay, Melody left. Oh, okay, she left early. Are you guys here? Just trying to see if you're with us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Okay. So you guys have any questions? The only person who needs to stick around is Mr. Lee Carter.
No.
All right. Get started on project 2 and finish. Turn it in.
All right, see you, Mr. Tyler.
All right, Kathy. Lee Carter.
Yeah.
There he goes.
All right, you're here. All right. I need to holler at you right quick. Lee.
What you say?
Say that again.
What you say?
I need to have a conversation with you right quick.
Man.
You can remove everybody else, Mr. Tyler.
Brian, I need you to leave, dude. If I remove you, you might not be able to come back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yep. Melody came back. Melody, you are dismissed. I need you to leave. I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Turn in your work. Terry. Okay, I'm going to remove her. I hope that doesn't affect her tomorrow. Where we at? Okay, got her. Okay.
All right.
All right.
See you there.
You want this recorded, or you want the recording album?
You can turn it off.
All right.